What's going on YouTube? Chris here. I want to bring you all an update of Litecoin. Right now we're sitting at $74.50. We're down 2.5%. What I want to do is look at the next overhead resistance areas Litecoin's going to try to be getting up through, and we're also going to look at support areas. So these are going to kind of be the upside and the downside targets depending on what Litecoin's going to do in the next few days. But one thing that I do like that Litecoin did here, we have a lot of heavy volume that has been coming in. And that's what you want when you're forming an uptrend. You want that heavy volume, you want those big swells of volume, so that's a good thing. And what we've been dealing with here, we have still been putting in our higher lows and our higher highs. So what we're trying to find right now is our higher low. And we ended up wicking down to roughly about $68.32 a day. We're trying to fight back up, and we're going to have to see where we end up candle closing for the day, how much penetration we get into the previous day's body. But we're still up on the 12-hour time frame here. We're still up above our 20, our 50, our 100, and our 200. You can see we had these golden crosses back here. So for Litecoin now, as we continue, we wouldn't want to drop much below roughly about 67.45. So that's going to be the support area. We want to hold 67.45. In terms of overhead resistance, we're going to have to try to crack about 76.63 is going to be overhead resistance, then up around 79.95. But this is what you want to see when you're looking at uptrends. You want the volume to follow the trend. So as the trend goes up, you want that continued swelling of volume. Now what we do need to be aware of, you can see right up in this area here on the 12-hour time frame, this was a bearish engulfing candle for the last 12 hours, and it came on heavier volume. So we do want to be aware of that, because if we do end up getting a deeper retracement than 64.45, we're going to look down to this 50 moving average, and that would be roughly at about 61.12. And remember, this is cryptocurrency, guys. Each time we have these retracements, just to give you an example here, we roughly go down about 8%, right in that range. We'll do another one here. That time we were down 14%. This is kind of what I like to do. So now we're going to measure the one that we've had, and we're going to see how deep we ended up going down to that wick. So we ended up dropping down 11%, and this is what happens sometimes, that it just gets gobbled up real quick again, and then we get that next move to the upside. So that's what we're really watching here, because these are some long wicks that we had down in here, and this was some buying pressure that took place when we did fall to about $68.44. If we take a look at the technicals for Litecoin, and also if you get some from this and you like me doing individual Litecoin videos, that's how I started my channel. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Tell me you're here for, Litecoin and technical analysis and that type of stuff. It really helps out with the algorithm, and I appreciate it, guys. So for the 1 day, we have a 3 sell, 6 neutral, 19 buy oscillators, 2 sell, 5 neutral, and a 4 buyer sells the commodity index channel in our Williams percentage range. Then we have our buys, our awesome oscillator momentum, and the MACD, and the ultimate oscillator. The rest is neutral. So as we take a look back for Litecoin here, we want to start looking at potential retracement areas as well in terms of the Fibonacci. So if we go up here and we get our Fibonacci, and we go from our swing low up to our high here, you can see we wick down to that 0.236. If that's all the farther we went down as a retracement, that's extremely bullish. Okay, typically we'll get back to that 0.382, which would put us back around 63.54 is a possibility. Even back down to that 0.5 and that 0.618. You guys know how this happens all the time. So we have to be prepared for that. So the 0.618 would be at $55. The 0.5 is at $59.31. The 0.382 is going to be at 63.54, and then you can see how we just wicked down to that 0.236, which is going to be roughly at 68.76 on this retracement. So basically we're just trying to see if we're going to be able to stay up above this 20 EMA, see if we stay up above the 0.236. If we don't, let's look down to that 0.382. It's going to be a hot spot as well, and see if we can make some strong moves for that. But in terms of Litecoin investing, this is exactly where you want to sit here, guys. If we go out to the 1 day time frame, we clear this off for a moment. So if we're looking at the 1 day time frame here, you can see this really long wick almost went down to that volatility stop right down there, just missed it by a tick. But as we're looking at this here and we step back, you can see yet again that high selling pressure up in this area. So we could have some distribution taking place here, and that may show that we need a little bit more of a retracement. So really watch some of these hot spot areas like I was showing you guys, okay? Because this is also coming, this type of candle is also coming after a big white, powerful, like almost Marabazoo candle, and sometimes that can just be a little forewarning for you that we may get a little more retracement. But This is cryptocurrency, guys. Anything can happen. If you're a longer term investor, this is where you just want to continue to sit in your positions. Not financial advice, but just let this trend continue to ride, being up above the 20, the 50, the 100, the 200. You can see the 100 crossed over the 200 there, 50 over top of the 200, got that nice golden cross. So a lot of positive things. RSI is at 69 right now, so maybe we just need to cool down a little bit more, then go up there and see if we can attack roughly about $77.09. God bless you all. Take care.